Hello, everybody. I welcome you to this, um, let me say, training. Um, so, I'm making this video to help out for anyone that is interested in starting and running their own home care agency. So, many, if you are not able to pay for consulting services, it's okay. I mean, everybody is going through life challenges at a different level. So I'm here to help out as much as I can to those who cannot afford to, pay for someone to help them gather the things that they need and also be able to get started with something that is their dream, which is having their own business, a home care agency business. So, in this session, what I'm going to discuss with you are two things. So, number one, the things that you must gather for the state to submit to the state. Now, after I've made a video about the application, the process, and stuff like that. So today, after you have submitted the application, what I'm about to share with you is what you're gonna submit to the state, because after the paper is mailed physically to the state, I'm going to talk about North Carolina because that's the state that I'm in. However, it also applies to other states with slight differences. And I'm going to explain why I'm saying the slight differences, because I've taken my time to read about Virginia, Florida, Atlanta, Georgia, Michigan, Texas, and what else? A couple of them as well that I read about their processes, because I want to be able to help people outside of the North Carolina if they need my service as well. So if you're in North Carolina here, let's let's do this. You need at least two people. Okay. If you're doing the non-medical home care agency, I brought this folder up so we can talk about it. If you're doing the non-medical agency, you are doing these are the things, these are the services you're gonna provide: companion, sitter, respite, in-home aid services, companion, sitter, respite, in-home aid services. So for your non-medical, if you're a registered nurse, um, if you are a registered nurse trying to own this business, then you can serve as the director of the agency. You can serve as the director of the agency. So you're gonna get your profile ready for submission to the state. Now we're gonna go through all the document that is entailed or that is gonna be inside this profile. Then you will need a CNA or a PCA. PCA is personal care aid. Okay. And CNA, certified nursing assistant, we all know that. So if you get one CNA or one PCA, then the RN, the registered nurse, these two should suffice as the personnel records that you're gonna submit to the state. So for the CNA, the list here are the documents that you will gather for the state. Okay. So the person has to fill the application form. The job description must be signed. License verification. So for the license verification, you need the CNA's license number. And then you can pull it from the state and you print that page that comes up that shows the active licenses, day it was renewed or whatever, and then expiration date for these licenses. You need that document. And then we have something called aid skills evaluation. You need that document. Let me see if I can show the aid skills evaluation. I'm gonna try to see if I can get the aid skills. Okay, let me look for the aid skills. There we go. All right, I'm gonna pull it here. It looks like this. Okay, aid skills evaluation looks like this. So it talk about the client care, privacy, observation, safety. So the employee, which is the CNA, they will put their initials. The registered nurse will also put the initials. They will date it. The employee will put their name, signature, and date. Okay. So you need this document. And it is similar to all the other states. What you're gonna submit to the state as well is similar, because you need to verify that they are knowledgeable in all these things. Okay, personal care, hygiene, like oral care, hair care, shaving, toileting, eating, client safety, universal precautions, bloodborne pathogens, infection control, exposure control, hand washing, PPE, and glove use. All this. Okay. And make sure the first time the person will fill all these documents, you will make sure that you have a folder, an actual physical folder, that you put all these 10 documents in their personal folder. Everybody that comes to apply with your agency, you have to have these documents ready for them to fill, and make sure you keep it in their folder. And don't combine all employees for the profile documents together in one binder. Don't do that. You want them in each individual folders. This is for auditing purposes. Okay, the state comes for auditing maybe 2, 3 years along the line, unless somebody reports you. Either a client reports you to the state or a staff reports you to the state, then they will come for an impromptu visit and audit you. When they come, everybody that has worked in your business must have these, at least these, inside their profile, because they will check all these documents. Okay, so you need that. You need them to have a TB test form, a proof of their TB skin test, or an X-ray. They will need to do the bloodborne pathogen test. You have to initial it, give it a score and initial it. I can show you what the bloodborne pathogen test looks like. Oh, no, not this one. Sorry, let me go back here. Okay, that's how it looks like. So it has questions, okay, about 15 to 21 questions. Let's see. Yeah, about 15 questions. They'll put their signature, they'll put the date, the registered nurse, whoever is the director of nurse for your business. And like I said, you need to have an RN. Even for a non-medical, you need to have an RN. So don't think, oh, I'm not doing nursing services. I'm not doing any skilled. So why do I need a nurse? Why do I need a registered? It's a requirement by the state. And I know that for all the other states, the non-medical, they do require that you have an RN in your staff. So it's awesome if you are an RN yourself. starting your business. And even if you are not an RN, if you have somebody who is a friend, who is a colleague, a co-worker, who is willing to put their information on these documents for you, that would be amazing. If not, you need to approach somebody, an RN, negotiate with them. If they want to charge you, really negotiate with them because their licenses will be on your business. Their licenses, excuse me, their licenses covers all your employees. Okay. When the state comes to audit you, if you're a CNA, you are the owner administrator. Okay. There is no there's no jurisdiction or any law that says that a CNA cannot be the administrator of their business. No. However, when it comes to the staff that goes to work in the client's home, a registered nurse must oversee them because every year all your staff members, they need to have at least 12, not less than. It can be more, but at least the minimum is 12 in-services done. And it must be done by a nurse and a registered nurse. Okay, a registered nurse. That is the requirement. I hope that is clear. If you have question about it, you can put it in the comment section. I will try my best to answer you, okay? All right, you can shoot me an email as well if you don't understand anything that I said. I'll be glad to answer you. So, beside what I'm explaining, the second thing that I was going to also address in this video, let me talk about it before I forget it. So, if you put your policies and procedure together, or maybe you bought it from somebody, you bought it from Etsy, because people go to Etsy and buy, a generic policy, and then they send it into the state, and then they return it to you. They put red marks, check, and then they said that you have to fix some things on some of the pages. They specifically write certain things there. How do you fix that errors that they've sent back to you? Let me briefly explain that. All you have to do is that that very page that the error was, they pointed an error. Look at the error that they mentioned, okay? Maybe you're supposed to add the word CNA or the supervisor or something. So you get that page, okay, edit that line where the error is, put the particular wording that they want you to put it there, okay? Go to the next error page, get that page. So when you are responding back to them, you'll be sending a compilation of all the pages that had the errors, not the entire policy. Let me repeat that. You do a compilation of the pages that had the errors that they pointed out in your policy and procedure manual that you sent in. Okay? Fix the error. Read is simple English. Just read whatever they said you omitted. Put the omission, whatever you omitted, put it in. Get that page. Compile it with the other pages where they had errors, what you have fixed. So instead of turning in about 90 something pages of the manual, you might be turning in about 15 pages or 20 pages of the fixed, pages that had errors in it. I hope that helps. Okay, don't be scared. Don't let that scare you. Okay, just make sure whatever they pointed out, you are fixing it and putting the right word in there. That's all. Compile those pages and send it back to them, and you'll be good to go. You should be good to go. Okay. If you go onto my Payhip store, you would see I have administrative forms that you can get. I think it's less than $50 that you can use to run your non-medical or nursing services home care agency. All right, so you need a blood-borne pathogen, you need the Hep B vaccine, whether they are declining or they bring you a proof. This is for the CNA or the PCA. Then they have to sign the orientation form. The date must be different from the application form date. Okay, you give them application form to fill. So let's say they put October 1st as the date they came to fill application with you. Your orientation document should be maybe the next day or 2 days later. Okay, so it will look more real because it's not the same day they filled the application, it's the same day they did orientation. It doesn't make sense. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Then you do the employee reference check document. That too has to have a different date from the application date. So it will look more real. And then the background check authorization form they have to fill. Okay. All right. So whoever is your RN is the agency director. So they have to have the application form. So the only difference from the other form, the CNA field, is that the director of the nurse of the agency has to add their resume. Okay. They also have to have the license verification. They need to fill the agency director job description. They must sign it. And because they are serving as the agency director and the registered nurse for the business, they have to also fill the job description for the registered nurse and sign it and date it. The rest is the same as the one the CNA filled. Okay. All right. So there is what we call supporting document they ask you to add. So let me explain what the supporting documents are. Certificate of completion. You see, in North Carolina here, they want you to attend a training. Some of the agencies that are approved by the state do it one day and longer hours. Some also break it into 2 days. And then at the end of that training, they call it home care. That training is called home care line seizure applicant training. Home care line seizure applicant training. It might be different in Virginia, Maryland, and the other states. Okay. But here in North Carolina, the Department of DHSR is their name. They require, if they don't see that, they will not give you the license. Okay. Already. And then you have to have an organization chart. Okay. So the organization chart, this is your, okay, so who is the owner? From the owner, who is the next in command? From the next in command, who is next? Who is next to the bottom? That's your organization chart. Let me see if I can get an organization chart to show you. Now, let me go to another one and see. Organization chart. Okay, I may not have it on this side here. Anywho, let's continue. But I believe you get the point that okay. So you add your organization chart, proof of lease. Okay, proof of lease of what? The business office. So before you could start it from your home. Okay, but now North Carolina want you to have a business office that is separate from your home address. Yep, they need to see proof of lease of your business. Okay, receipt of articles of incorporation filed with the state, the Secretary of State. Okay, they want to see the date on it. If you send them just the articles of incorporation without the Secretary of State acknowledging that they have approved your business, and then they want to see that ID number that they give to your business. Okay, they want to see that ID number. And the last thing is the policy and procedure manual. It has to be in PDF format. You must have your company logo, your organization chart, and the entire policy as listed in the checklist they give you. Okay, there's a checklist of everything they want to see inside the policy. And it's on the state DHSR, their website. It is there. The list is there, black and white. So we want to make sure you go through your policy and procedure. Make sure every topic they've listed in the checklist is within this. I usually don't make my videos too long. I really hope this video has been helpful. If it has, please give us a thumbs up, like the video, comment, and subscribe. Share it with others who are trying to start their home care business in North Carolina here and other states. And I'll be making other videos to explain other things, how you can do your own policy using Cloud.ai or Chat GTP. Okay, if you can't afford to pay for someone to make it for you, we can maybe solicit the help of AI to make it for you. Okay, I think it should be easy to do. So we will do a step by step in my next video and see if we can get it done. And then I'll be breaking down some of the things that you can do to also run your business. All right. Thank you for stopping by. See you in the next video.